Bases empty, one away. Here's the center fielder, Junior Perez. Now a fly ball to right center. Johnson ranging into the alley. Pulls it down, 2 gone now. Johnson, the next to hit. It's been a 4-for-4 performance to this point for him with 3 singles and a homer. First pitch misses, ball 1. There's a strike. So good with that cutter. He's able to move it left and right. That can be really effective.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Gamble leading off first with 2 away.
Wish I didn't swing at that one.
This one's smoked out to left.
That's going to be caught though, I think.
Drops into the glove. We're back here at the ballpark, and here is Drew Swift. Fly out to center field. Johnson. And there's 1 down. 1 down. Base is empty here in the 9th. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that's a base hit. Obviously, he was a big piece of their... Johnson comes into this one fresh off a 4-hit game, shades of Tony Gwynn. That's the kind of contact any team would take in their lineup. It's the Corpus Christi Hooks taking on the mid...
Let's just get going.
And now the center fielder, Johnson, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Fly ball down the line. Nankill on the way over.
Caught.
There to make the catch. Runner tagging from first.
Yeah, I mean, productive, I guess.
One out and the bases are empty. Next up for the Rockhounds, number 17. Fly ball out to center. Johnson on the move. Makes the grab, and there's 2 away. And here at the plate, Johnson. Big game last night, went 4 of 5.
Ball. 1-0.
Barber leads off of first with 2 away. This one in the air to right.
Nope. It's going to be caught.
And that's the end of the inning. Coming up to the dish now for Midland, Brian Buelvas. 2-2, here's the pitch. Base hit into center field. Lead runners around second. Here's the throw.
Got him by a mile.
Down, and that ends the inning. It's always a big risk when you try to take 2 outs, bases empty.
Never make the 3rd out at home.
Johnson measures 6'2", just 21 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2024. Foul ball there. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 down and nobody aboard. Down 0-2, swings through it. He's really attacking the zone, so the hitter has to get more aggressive. However, he could counter with something that breaks out of the zone to draw a swing. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
That one missed.
Give me something to hit.
Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it.
Yeah,
So
hit it
they make
hard.
short work. Back to the top of the order here. Now stepping to the plate for Midland, Drew Swift. He hits a fly to center. Johnson on the way over. Makes the grab.
There's no way,
Tags
really?
at second. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. An exciting
It's
play.
like so
A
dumb.
great
I
throw
like
to third for the double
I can
play,
talk
but
normal
oh my
in there and
goodness,
you'd hear me.
Just no reason to try to move to third right there. Is kudzu driving you crazy? Are creeping figs driving you to creeping madness? Are you stuck in the weeds? Then you need to call Hack and Slash Landscaping today. Pretty deep. Out number one on the grab. Almost got the inning started with a bang on that fastball. 2 away and a runner at first. Stepping in for the Rockhounds, Nick Schwartz. Here's the 1-1. And a base hit. Lead runner turns at second. And now runners on the corners with 2 away. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Not much to quibble with on that swing. He had everything going in the right direction and barreled it up for a liner into center. Nice rip. This next at bat looms very large. Johnson, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Late
Oh my God, that was the pitch to hit.
He must have been sitting on something off speed. That one well upstairs. And that's ball 1. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going.
Oh, it was smoked. Too bad I was a little ahead of it. Yeah, that ball was crushed.
Next one is off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got it.
Oh my
And
goodness,
there are
so
2
far ahead of
outs.
that.
This is a game. Johnson, with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in RBIs. Can he deliver at the plate again today?
Probably.
And the next batter, Johnson, 0 for 4 in the win last night.
Hey, drive him in. Need you right here.
Good eye, good eye. Lay off that high stuff. 14 doubles.
Hey!
7 home runs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And 2 or 3 triples. So I think I'm at like 40 singles, give or take.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Very indecisive on my part there. Lucky to foul it off.
Here's the 1-2 offering. Got the strikeout. And 2 away now. Bottom of the first. Here's the third baseman, Drew Swift.
I am starting to get a little annoyed with the fielding.
And a base hit right there.
I don't, in the past, when I play Road of the Show, almost at the end of every season, maybe in the last month, I'll
The second
switch off
baseman digs in now.
fielding, so all I do is hit. And I'm trying not to do that anymore, and I know
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
the very first time I do it, that'll open the
Swing
floodgates
and
for
a
me to
ball
do it
ripped
more
out
and more.
towards right center field for a hit. Around second on his way to third. Headed for the plate.
Just to get towards the end of the season,
Runner scores, and they take the lead.
or you're in the minors,
throws off
you're
line,
like,
safe at
who really
third.
cares about this?
Always
Like,
feels good
it's
when
a
you
cool
come through
feature,
and
like
get
I'm
your
glad they
team
put it
on
in
the
there.
board first. That's
But
the
at the
kind
same
of
time,
night
it means
every
nothing.
batter
Like,
loves to have a well-struck ball
you know,
into the opposite
you
field
might
gap.
spend
That
2
one was
years in the
extra
minors. I
bases
think that's
all
the
the
longest
way.
I've spent in the minors. And
This This broadcast is sponsored by Thad's Theremin Therapy, helping you through life's challenges with the soothing sounds of theremin music.
But you're not going to remember anything from when you get called up. Most of the time you're called up within the first year.
That's a hit.
So it's almost pointless. And then at the end of the season, you know, if you're
One gone and a
not in a tight race or
getting ready to hit.
You have no real stat prospects that you want to keep high or anything, you know, I'll turn fielding off.
Now here's the 0-2.
And I've even been known to send the end of the season
center.
just to get to the start of the new one.
Makes the grab
So
for the
I'm trying not
out.
to do that this time, but sometimes it's just a grind, even in video games.
Runner at second,
Baseball
2 down.
season is
Johnson
long.
went down on strikes the first time through.
Hey, clutch up. Your turn right here.
And getting rid of the fielding opportunities like cuts your playtime more than half.
Ball 1.
Well, probably not more than half, but pretty close to half. If you don't get on base, then it cuts it in half.
Ground
I've
ball
also
to
been
short.
known to turn off
Naylor.
base running opportunities.
And that'll do it for this inning.
What I used to do was, if I was a lead runner,
We move on to the
I would do it.
One out,
They have
runner
something
at
where you
second
can say
base. The first baseman
only
will hit
when you're
next.
lead runner. And so I'd do it in that situations because I'd just steal because I wouldn't care if I got out, or I'd either get out or get a stolen base.
Now this is lifted to center. It falls in. The run scores from second. It's 2-0. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I might want to go back and see where the outfielders were set up for that one. Off the bat, it looked like a simple pop-out, but it found a spot to settle in for a hit. Johnson
Very late on
swings
that.
through it for
Indecisive.
strike
Ball
1.
1.
I don't know why I was indecisive. I knew that would strike the whole time.
That one fouled off.
I have a feeling he's going high this one.
Struck out swinging.
He did not
Slider
go high.
ran away for strike 3 there. 1 down. Coming up to the dish now for Midland, Nate Nankill. Here comes the 2-2. And a high fly out to center, Johnson. Out number 2. So up next, Johnson. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time.
Thanks, Chief.
Fouled off down the right side. Puts this one in the air down the line. Racing over to make the catch. Between the team's loss and his own performance, definitely a Johnson now at the plate. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run.
Your turn right here. Drive him in.
Nice job to get into scoring position with 2 out, and now he could come in on a base hit. I'm sure the cleanup hitter is thinking about how he can do just that. After those 2 pitches, it's clear he wants no piece of this batter. At the plate, he needs to stay patient and not chase something just to swing.
I want to hit. Majors, I'll take walks all day. Minors, I'm swinging the bat.
And it's even up. Smart work on the mound. He knows this hitter likes to chase out of the zone. That time, he couldn't connect on that slider down. Runner at second, 2 down.
just have a feeling I'm waiting for that fastball to get up in the zone.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Bounce to third.
I probably could have walked 4 times there.
There in plenty of time, ends the inning. So
Told
one
you,
hit.
I'm swinging on minors.
Back to the top of the order here. Now it's the second baseman, number 17. 0-2 now. Puts it in the air to center. Johnson. That is the inning. 2 outs and a runner at first. And now at the plate, Johnson. 0 for 1. Close.
Counts 1-0.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn at second and heads for third.
I might be able to get 3. I'm
Coming
going
to
3.
the plate. Runner scores, and they have the lead. Safe. Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Two away and a runner in scoring position here. Next is the designated hitter, Zach Daniels.
Same shit we've had for 15 years. See that helmet come off? It just like goes through his head. It doesn't like bounce or anything. Like, what are we doing?
1 ball.
In the
2
dirt,
strikes.
but blocked. And the runner stays put. Tapped out in front of the plate. There with plenty of time. Inning over. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Bases are empty with 2 away. Brian Buelvas digs in now. And there's a hit. Next up for the Hooks, Johnson. Picked up an RBI the last time up. Still their only run of the game so far.
Ball.
Dodson, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. He must have been sitting on something off speed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
I was just late. It wasn't sitting on anything.
Next one's fouled back. Swing, ground ball out to short. Play made, that ends the inning. No run.
Hit.
We head back to the top of the order. Next up for the Rockhounds, number 17. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's a hit. Lead runners around center. Into third now, so runners at the corners and 1 out. Really loud contact there, and it goes back to what I'd been saying about thinking up the middle. Right off the bat, that one had a good chance of becoming a hit.
I was
Nice
going to
AB.
say something, but I forgot.
This one lifted to center field. That's pretty deep.
2-2.
Runner tags from third. He scores a critical sacrifice fly. And this one is all tied up in the 7th.
All right, let's drive in
Nobody
some
out,
runs
first and
here.
second here. Digging in for the Hooks, Johnson.
We got no outs. 8th inning. We've got a lefty on the mound.
We need you right here. Let's go, kid.
Late with the swing, strike 1. Challenge fastball to start the AB, and the batter clearly shouldn't give him anything off speed in this spot. Nice eye right there. The Hooks, with the go-ahead run standing at second. And the count 1.